Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some Apba pre-1961 Bats League. We got the St. Louis Cardinals traveling to New York to take on the Giants here on April 18th. And let's take a look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Leading off, playing second base, Ed Sherandis. Batting second, playing first base is Johnny Mize. Batting third, playing shortstop, Roger Hornsby. Batting fourth, playing left field is Stan Musial. Batting fifth, playing right field is Joe Medrick. Batting sixth, playing third base is Ken Boyer. Batting seventh, playing center field, Enos Slaughter. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Jimmy Wilson. And on the mound and batting ninth is Dizzy Dean. They'll be taking on the New York Giants. Let's take a look at the hometown starting lineup. Batting second and batting first, playing second is Frankie Frisch. Batting second, playing third base is Freddie Landstrom. Batting third, playing first base is Bill Terry. Batting fourth, playing center field is Willie Mays. Batting fifth, playing left field is Mel Ott. Batting sixth, playing right field is Ross Young. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Roger Bresnahan. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Travis Johnson. And on the mound for the New York Giants is Amos Rossi. Batting ninth. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game underway here in the Polo Grounds. As 007 joins us here and rooting for the Reds. So am I, 007. I don't like the stinking Giants. And leading off is Red Shane Dis, and this is his 1953 season. He batted 250, 242, 15 homers, 79 RBIs, and he'll be going up against Amos Rossi. And this is his 1894 season. He pitched in 54 games, started 50, was 36 and 13 with a 2.78 ERA. And here's the first pitch to Red. So we get this game underway here in the Polo Grounds. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Willie Mays in center field. And that'll be out number one. One up and one down. That's a long distance out there to center field in the Polo Grounds. We got Johnny Mize up now. This is Johnny's 1937 season. He batted 364 and 37 with 25 home runs, 113 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Mize. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's Amos's first strikeout of the game. 2 up and 2 down. And now we got Roger Hornsby due up. And this is Roger's 1922 season, batted 401, 42 homers, 152 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Roger. And that'll be a ground ball down to Lindstrom at third, over the Terry at first for out number 3. Cardinals go down in order. We go to the bottom of the first. Cardinals nothing. And the Giants, French, Lindstrom, and Terry due up. And this is Frankie Frisch's 1921 season. He batted 341, 8 homers, 100 RBIs, and he'll be going up against Dizzy Dean. I think this is Dizzy's 1934 season. And he pitched in 50 games, started 33, was 30 and 7 with a 2.66 ERA. And here's the pitch from Dizzy. And that's going to be squared up right away. Frankie Frisch squares this one up against Dizzy Dean. And that's going to be a double into the gap. I don't think he's an L or an M. So that's a double into the gap. And right away, the Giants got a runner in scoring position. This Giants team, I'm not going to like it, but they're going to be damn tough this year. Hell of a pitching staff and hell of a bats. The worst starting pitcher is going to be when Christy Mathewson's not your best starting pitcher, ain't even starting opening day. Jeff Crisro, he's a 19 in master game, if anybody knows that. And that's your worst starting pitcher is a 19. Yeah. And this is Freddie Lindstrom's 1930 season. He batted 379, 22 homers, 106 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Freddie. And that's going to be a pop up on the infield. And he's calling for it. And that'll be Red down at second. It's going to make the catch out in shallow right field rather, for out number 1. And that brings up Bill Terry now. And this is Terry's 1930 season. He batted 401, 23 homers, 129 RBIs. Pretty good when you got 400 hitters in your lineup. And let's see, against the righty, I'll make him a 21. That's going to be a ground ball down the first, or maybe a line drive. 56 with a 3. Johnny Mize, isn't that great of a fielding first baseman? And a 56 on a 3. It's going to be fielding column number 3. That's going to be a ground ball back down the first. Only plays, toss that ball over to Dizzy covering, and a runner will get down the third now with 2 outs. So far, the leadoff double hasn't hurt him. Here comes Willie Mays. And this is Willie's 1955 season, batted 319, 51 homers, 127 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Mays. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Dizzy Dean gets out of the inning with nobody scoring. We go to the top of the second. It's still 0-0. And we'll have Stan the Man and then Medrick and Boyer due up here for the Cardinals. This is Stan's 1948 season. Batting 376, 39 homers, 131 RBI. And that'll be a rare play, a 40 on a 52. And that'll be a ball 1 to Stan the Man. Let's see if Musial can take advantage of this 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be another rare play. This one's a 26 on a 40. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now it's a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Stan. One of the longest bats you'll see in Apba. And that's going to be against the 26. He's going to take that hit away from him, folks. Ain't that something? A 26 on a 10 is a ground ball down the second. And that'll be out number 2. Nice job down there. We're going to move this around. We'll get the out here. We'll move the shortstop and the second baseman around so we can actually read them. So give me 1 second here, folks. Do a little housekeeping. Go to the Polo Grounds here and switch some things up. Switch some things up here with the Polo Grounds. Where's the Polo Grounds at? There they are. Move the second baseman and shortstop a little bit here. Move the second baseman over here. And move the shortstop over here. And that should do it. Let's go back to the game and see how that looks. There we go. Now we can read everything there. And we got Joe Medrick up. And this is Joe's 1937 season, 374. And we dropped the dice with 31 homers and 154 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 2. And up to the plate now is Ken Boyer. And this is Boyer's 1960 season. And Boyer batted 304 with 32 homers, 97 RBIs. And he blasts this ball against 20. Let's see here. I don't make him a 30. That'll be a double. Sorry, that'll be a double down the third baseline. Ken Boyer pulls that ball down the third base line and gets a double in the left field, folks. So now the Cardinals got a runner in scoring position and 2 out for Enos Slaughter. Let's see what old Enos can do here. This is his 1949 season. He batted .336. He had 13 homers, 96 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound, I believe. And he'll toss it over to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Cardinals strand one in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Mel Ott due up, followed by Young and Bresnahan. Yeah, exactly, Big Cliff. I'm rooting for these Cardinals too. Unlike old Ken Boyer. I ain't no damn Giant fan, but this Giant team is loaded. And this is Mel Ott's 1929 season, batted .328, 42 homers, and 151 RBIs. And that's going to be against 18. And that's going to be nice play down at short by Hornsby. He goes deep in the hole, fires over to first to Johnny Mize, and gets Mel out by air. Eyelash, one down. And here is Ross Young's. This is Young's 1924 season, batted .356, 10 homers, 74 RBIs. No double O's. I've rolled it not on YouTube. I almost had a no-hitter just a few minutes ago with Jim Palmer going into the 7th inning with the Yankees in '78. And as soon as I said something to Aaron Reed was in the channels, I said, look up at the scoreboard. Palmer's got a 0 in a certain spot. Nettles got a single. But yeah, with these cards, sure, it's possible here. These pitchers are damn awesome. I mean, Amos Rossi's a 27 in the master game, and the best you can be is a 30. So we got Young up here now, nobody on and 1 out. And I also screwed the pooch. If you watched the '61 season, I took Whitey Ford out in a game where he was pitching a no-hitter. We did win the game 2-1. But yeah, I took him out in like the 7th inning, pitched it for him, and didn't realize he had a no-hitter going. That was one of my favorite things about the '61 season, is me being stupid and taking Whitey out of a no-hitter. Here's the pitch to Young, and Young is going to swing and miss. Well, I got an S in there. We're going to edit him. He doesn't have an S in his name. So hold on 1 second. We'll save this, go in and edit his name. How did he get an S in his name? Oh, that's his nickname. So they put an S in there. Let me see if the pitcher, if he's got a picture. We're not going to mess with it as long as his photo's in there. So let's look here. Let's get out of here. If he's got a photo, I'm not going to mess with it. Not going to mess with it if he's got a photo. The game went with his nickname, not his actual name. If he doesn't have a picture, then we'll switch his name up here. Pictures only. There's an outfit. What are we doing pictures only for? Yeah, so the game likes him being called Young, so we'll stick with it. We'll stick with it, even though that's actually his nickname. Sorry about that, folks, trying to do some housekeeping. So Young struck out when we get back here. So strikeout. And that'll bring up Mr. Roger Bresnahan. And this is Rogers' 1903 season, batted .350, 4 homers and 55 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Johnny Mize fields it cleanly, steps on the bag for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of the third. We got Wilson, Dean, and then back to the top of the order in red. This is Jimmy Wilson's 1929 season. He batted .325, 4 homers, 71 RBIs. And that'll be a comebacker to the mound. Amos has got it, fires over to first for out number 1. Here comes Dizzy Dean. Dizzy ain't a bad hitting pitcher, folks. He batted .246 in 1934 with 2 homers and 9 RBIs, so you can't groove one to Dizzy, that's for sure. And that'll be a fly ball out to right field. Young makes the catch for out number 2. Back to the top of the order we go in red. Shane he flew out to center his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down to his counterpart at second. Over to first, and that'll be out number 3. 1, 2, 3 goes to Cardinals. To the bottom of the third we go. Bottom part of the order due up here for the Giants. Jackson, Amos, Rosie, and Frankie Frisch due up here. Travis, this is his 1930 season. Batted .339, 13 homers, 82 RBIs. And we drop the dice. And that's going to be hit down the short. Hornsby's down there. And on 61, that's not going to be good, I don't think. 61. And that's going to be fielding column 3. And that's going to be an E6 on Roger Hornsby, believe it or not. And that gets Jackson aboard here with nobody out. And Amos is a good hitting pitcher, but I think we're still going to put the bunt sign on. He batted .280. Damn. .280 in 1894 with 3 homers and 26 RBIs. We're going to still put the bunt down. And on a 12 against righty, that's going to be down the first, a 62. Mize ain't that good. It's probably going to be fielding column 3, and it is on a sacrifice. And that's going to be hit down the first. Only play is the red covering first base. That'll get the runner in the scoring position with 1 out now. And back to the top of the order we go. And Frankie Frisch is up now with the runner in second and 1 out. And Frankie is 0 for 1 today, 1 for 1 today. He doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And you got Hornsby down there again, this time a 46. Should be a little better for him. And that'll be barely fielding column number 2. And he'll look the runner back. The second fires over to first. So the runner holds. And now there's 2 outs with a runner down at second for Fred Lindstrom. And Fred deliver a 2-out base hit and get the Giants on the board here. As he steps to the plate, he is 0 for 1. He popped up the second the first time up. And against a 21, that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Easy play down there for Ken Boyer. He fires over to first for out number 3. And the error doesn't cost the Cardinals. We go to the top of the fourth, still no score. You got Mize, Hornsby, and Musial due up here. Johnny struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Young in right field for out number 1. And up steps Roger Hornsby. That's one thing here. I want to do that too. Just notice that. We're going to change this. Go to options and colors and batting team colors. There we go. Didn't set that up. Now we got batting team colors up, and up comes Roger Hornsby. He's 0 for 1. He has grounded out the third, and that's going to be a base on balls. Roger down at first with 1 out. See if he stays down there. Bresnahan is not that great of a catcher, and Amos with a move of -2. What is his move factor? Can't see it with Roger on there. His move factor's a 0. So I'll make him a 24 to steal with 1 out and Terry up. Musial up. Do we let the hole stay there for Musial to try to hit through? That is the question. It would be a 46. We're going to let Musial swing away here. And that's not what we wanted. That's a ground ball down the second. Should have sent him. And that's going to be the old 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. Stan hits into the double play. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Terry, Mays, and Ott due up here. And Bill is 0 for 1, grounded out the first. And that's going to be a base on balls. And just like that, the Giants got the leadoff batter aboard. And that brings up Willie Mays now. And Willie struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch from Mays. And that's going to be hit back to the mound. And Dizzy Dean fields his position well. That'll be a fielding column 1. Can they turn the double play? And no, they get the leadoff runner down at second. But no throw down the second as Mays makes it in there. An E. When can an E steal? So Mays is down at first with a nice lead. Wilson's got a nice arm back there. And what kind of move factor? +1. And now Mel Watt's up. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to short. And that's going to be another ground ball to short. And the Cardinals say, if you can turn a double play, we can. That's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. And the Cardinals get out of it with nobody scoring. And we go to the top of the fifth. We got Medrick, Boyer, and Slaughter due up here. And Joe is 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against a 29. What kind of out's that going to be? 29. It's going to be a ground ball down to Jackson at short for out number 1. And up steps Ken Boyer now. And Ken is 1 for 1 with that double. The only hit of the game for the Cardinals. And that's going to be a rare play, a 44 on a 39. And 13. That's going to be hit down to second. And Frankie Frisch is a 9 down there. And that'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a nice play by Frankie. Makes a nice play up the middle. Turns, fires over to first. And that'll get Ken Boyer. Boyer almost had another hit, but no. Frankie Frisch makes the play. And that brings up Enos Slaughter now. Slaughter grounded out to the mound his first time up. And that'll be a base on balls. So Enos is aboard here with 2 outs for Jimmy Wilson. Can Wilson deliver here with 2 outs? He grounded it back to the mound his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Cardinals leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We got Young, Bresnahan, and Jackson due up here for the Giants. And Young is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that'll be against 19. That'll be a comebacker to the mound. And a matter of fact, that's a swing and a miss. Dizzy strikes him out. So he struck Young out twice. That brings up Bresnahan now. And Bresnahan is grounded out to first, his first time up. And that is hit down the second. Reds got it over the Mize for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here. Up steps Travis Jackson now. And Jackson is 0 for 1. He did reach on an error down the short, Hornsby's error. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 4th strikeout by Dean. We go to the top of the 6th. Still no score, folks. And talking about Dizzy Dean, he'll lead it off here in the top of the 6th, followed by Red and Mize. Here's the pitch to Dean. We drop another dice. And that'll be a ground ball down to Fred at third. Over the Terry at first for out number 1. Dizzy is retired. Back to the top of the order we go. Can Red get aboard here and get a 1-out rally started? He's flown out to center and grounded out to second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Young's got it. That'll be 2 up and 2 down. It's up to the big cat, Johnny Mize, to get a 2-out rally started here against Amos. And that's going to be a base on balls. Johnny will take it. So go ahead runs down at first. Roger Hornsby, if you're a Giant fan, not who you want to see up here. Hornsby's walked and grounded out to third. And that ball is well hit. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Mize doesn't have great speed. Young has a good arm out there, but they're going to send him. Take a chance here. So it's going to be a 54 or lower. The Cardinals get on the board here. Here's the throw. And he's in there safely. Johnny Mize scores on a Roger Hornsby double. And the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead. Nice job by Roger Hornsby. Like I said, definitely didn't want him up with a runner on first. Now that brings up Stan the Man, Musial. Stan's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the second twice, once into a double play. 2 outs. Hornsby's down at second. Can they get an insurance run here? And that ball is blasted. Let's see here, against a 28. That is going to be an infield hit. He changes that triple into an infield hit, folks. 3. Make sure I read this right. Yep, he turns that double into a single. See if Hornsby's going to try to score here. In the right field, 6. That would be a 54. I think Hornsby's going to try to score, though. Might be a 54 minus the 32. Hornsby's got good speed. 33. That'll be a 63 or lower. Roger makes it home safely. A 56. That's a nice single in the right field by Stan the Man. Scores another run. And believe it or not, these Cardinals are up 2-0. Here in the 6th inning, as Amos can't get the elusive third out here. Brings up Joe Medrick now. And Joe is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out the short. And that's going to be a base on balls. All of a sudden, Amos can't get out of his own way here. The Cardinals making noise. That brings up Ken Boyer now, first and second. They go out and talk to Amos. They'll get the bullpen up. Amos is due to lead off the 6th. So Ken Boyer, he's already doubled and grounded out to second, is up now. And that'll be a ground ball down to first. And Terry will take it himself. Step on the bag. Now it'll end the inning, but not until the Cardinals score 2. Take a 2-0 lead. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. They're going to let Amos bat. He ain't a bad hitter, folks. He has a sacrifice bunt his first time up. So they're going to let Amos hit. Keep him in the game. That was only one bad inning here. And that's going to be a base on balls, not what you want if you're a Cardinal fan. Walking the pitcher, the leadoff batter, in a game you're up 2-0. That brings up Frankie Frisch. He's doubled and grounded out to short. Dizzy Dean got himself in a little bit of a jam here. That's going to be a pop up down the short, out in short left field. Hornsby makes the catch. That'll be out number 1. Brings up Fred Lindstrom. What can Lindy do here? Lindy's 0 for 2. He's popped up to second and grounded out to third. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone. Lindsey just ties this ball game up, folks. It's 2-2. One swing and a bat, and the Giants are right back in it. That'll bring up Bill Terry. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch to Terry. And that'll be a swing and a miss. So Dizzy Dean comes right back and gets a strikeout for out number 2 after the homer. That brings up Willie Mays now. And the Say Hey Kid's 0 for 2. He struck out and reached on the fielder's choice. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone. Willie Mays takes that deep in the right field. Well, it ain't very deep if you can pull the ball down here in the Polo Grounds. And that now is a 3-2 game. The Cardinals up 2-0. Watches that lead disappear quickly. Like I say, this team is loaded, folks. And now after the Say Hey Kid homers, you got Mel out up. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the short twice. And that's going to be a deep fly ball in the right field. Medrick goes back, makes the catch near the wall. And they get out of the inning, but not until 3 runs are scored on 2 homers. One by Lindstrom, the other by Mays. And the Giants take a 3-0 lead into the 7th. You got Slaughter due up, followed by Wilson and Dean. They'll probably have a pitch hitter for Dizzy Dean. Enos is 0 for 1 with a walk his last time up. And that ball is going to be hit out in center field. Willie Mays is out there, makes a nice catch, robs Enos of a base hit for out number 1. And up steps Jimmy Williams now. Wilson, rather. Wilson is 0 for 2, grounded out to the mound and struck out. And that'll be a rare play, a 13 on a 38. And that'll be hit in the center field. And what re-roll some die. And a 45, that's still going to be fielding column number 1. And it sure is. And now another nice play. Willie Mays is saving the day out there for Amos. A tip of the cap from Amos. Because that's 2 balls that should have been hits that Willie Mays has stolen now. That brings up Dizzy Dean. That's going to be it for Dean. We're going to pitch hit for him. See who's going to come in here and try to get on base. See what lefties they got on the bench here, the Cardinals. And out's going to step Jesse Burkett. Jesse's going to come out here, try to get on base. Cardinals down by a run. Just as Jesse's 1899 card. And he batted .396, 7 homers, 71 RBIs as Ken Castro joins us. Here's these crazy Giants against the Cardinals. Oh, that's all right, Ken, buddy. I'm glad you got in here. I know you want to see these Giants. Cardinals got out to a 2-0 lead in the 6th, and then home runs by Lindstrom and Mays gave the Giants a 3-2 lead. So here, and Amos had 2 outs when all 2 of those runs scored for the Cardinals. So we got a pitch hitter here in Burkett trying to get on base. Cardinals down by 1, 2 outs, nobody on. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Amos has got it. Fires over to first. And that'll be out number 3. Cardinals go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and we got to see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Cardinals. You got a lefty and 2 righties due up. I think they're going to go with a right-handed pitcher. Cardinals bullpen's not that great. So Clem Sally's going to come out. Oh, Harry Sally's going to come out of the bullpen and pitch for the Cardinals here. Try to keep this a 1-run game. Tim D joins us in the house. Another tight game is right. I was hoping the Cardinals, when they got out to a 2-0 lead, was going to be able to hold it against these stinking Giants. But these Giants are tough. Are very tough. Sally comes in the pitch. And this is Sally's 1914 season. And in 1914, let's see what Sally did in 1914. He pitched in 46 games, started 30, was 18-17 with a 2.1 ERA. First batter he'll face is Young, followed by Bresnahan and Jackson. Ross is struck out twice. Can they give him the hat? And that's going to be a base on balls. So Young is yet to put the ball in play. He's standing down at first, already up 3-2. Bresnahan's up now. And Roger is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the first and he's grounded out the second. Here's the pitch to Roger. And that's going to be an 8 against a 14. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And the only play he'll have is over the first. So Young will get in scoring position. Now with 1 out for Mr. Jackson up now. And Travis is 0 for 2. He reached on an error and struck out. Oh, that's nice of you to get your car a gift. Yeah. Nice of you, Tim D. And that's going to be an 8 against a 17 with a runner down at second. And that's going to be hit down the second base. And that'll get the runner over to third with 2 outs. So some productive outs. So it's up to old Amos to get something done here himself, give himself an insurance run. Like I say, Amos, he's walked and struck out. Hasn't had an official bat, but he's not a bad hitting pitcher. Here's the pitch to Amos. And that's going to be the first time they've gotten him out today. That ball was hit down to Roger Hornsby. He fires across the diamond, and that'll end the inning. So Slim comes in and gets the job done, keeps this a 3-run game. We're back to the top of the order for the Cardinals. Red, Mize, and Hornsby. Red's 0 for 3. He's flown out the center, right, and grounded out the second. And that's going to be against watch him take this away. This is crazy. A 7 against the 28. And no, that ball is going to sneak through there in the right field. Red's aboard here with a base hit just out of the reach of Frankie Frisch. So Red's aboard here with nobody out. And Johnny Mize, he's 0 for 2. He's walked his last time up, struck out and flew out the right. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And the only play is going to be over to first, I believe. Let's see here. He is a 9-36. He might get the lead runner here. And he will. He'll get the lead runner. He goes over to second, makes a nice pick, fires over to second quickly. I'd put his Mize down at first now for Roger Hornsby. Roger came through the last time with a RBI double. Can he do it again, folks, and tie this game up? He's 1 for 2. He's walked and doubled. Grounded out the third his other time up. And that's going to be maybe a pass ball, wild pitch. Well, pitch a 3. No, he's not. So we'll use the rare play, a 31 on a 36. 31 on a 36 will be a 26. That'll be the team defense. And if I remember right, I think there was number 1. Let's see here. You got a 9, 15, 23, 23, 25, 25, 26, 34. And right there puts them into the 40. So, yep, they're fielding column 1. On the 26. Runner picked off third. Picked off first. So they picked Johnny Mize off. Runner's ejected for disputing a call. So Johnny Mize is picked off at first and gets ejected. So the Cardinals will need a new first baseman. Hornsby still up to bat. Take Johnny out now so I remember to do this. Bonham Old Jim Bonham will come into play first for Mize after he gets ejected. So now there's 2 outs and nobody on here in the 8th. And Hornsby's waiting for the pitch. Amos winds and fires. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Frankie Frisch has got it. That probably would have been a double play. And that'll be out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is still 3-2 Giants. And we got to take Mize out of the game here. Put Bottomley in. Yeah, cool play, ain't it? You gotta love Appa's Master Games rare play. I would have just been a foul ball or something like that in the regular game. Yeah. Like I say, I'm enjoying this, Ken. Just master gaming this bats. It is awesome. So where's Jim Bonham at? He's going to come in and bat in the 2 slot for Mize and play first base. So we got top of the order due up here for the Giants. Frisch, Lindstrom, and Terry. Sally needs to keep this a 1-run game. Number 1. Yeah, it's nice of you. I appreciate it, Ken. Yep. Yep. Not a problem, buddy. Like I say, it's great. I can't wait to start the post 1961 too. And here's Freddie Lindstrom. He had the 2 RBI double to tie 2 RBI homer to tie this game up. Here's the pitch to Freddie. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Joe barely's got the room out there to make the catch for out number 2. Upsets Terry now. Let's see what Bill Terry can do with 2 outs and nobody on. He is 0 for 2 with a walk, struck out and grounded out to first. And that'll be a ground ball down the short. Hornsby fires over to Bonham for the out. And that'll do it. We go to the top of the 9th. Then the Cardinals come back here. And Amos is coming out to try to finish this game. You know what? No, he's not. They're going to take Amos out, believe it or not. And they're going to bring in Mr. Marv Grissom's coming out of the bullpen. So Marv's coming out of the bullpen here. And that'll be it as Amos goes 8 strong innings. But they was starting to touch him up a little bit. So they're going to bring in a fresh arm. It's early in the year. So Grissom will come in here, try to get his first save of the year. against, like I say, he'll be facing Musial, Medrick, and Ken Boyer. So you got the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up here, folks. Can Grissom get the job done? Where's Marv at? There he is. And what year is this for Marv? 1956 for Marv. And in 56, he pitched in 43 games, started 2, had 7 saves. He was 1-1 with a 1.56 ERA. Stan the Man's 1 for 3. He had an RBI single his last time up, grounded out the second the other 2 times. And that'll be a swing and a miss. Grissom strikes out Stan for out number 1. Here comes Joe Medrick up now. See if Joe can get aboard here with 1 out. Tying run at the plate, 1 swing, and this game's tied. Joe's 0 for 2 today, folks. And that'll be a ground ball back to Grissom at the mound. He fires over to Terry for out number 2. So the Cardinals are down to their last out. Ken Boyer, he can do it here with 1 swing of the bat. Boyer's got the RBI double in this game, I think. No, he didn't get an RBI, just doubled and grounded out the second and the first. And that'll be a base on balls. Puts the tying run at first. The go-ahead run comes to the plate, and Enos Slaughter. Can Slaughter do it here, folks? He is 0 for 2 with a walk. He's grounded out to the mound and flew out the center. And that's going to be a 40, a team. And we already figured the Giants are a fielding column 1. And if he's a wild pitch 3, is he? No, he's a 2. So we'll use the rare play board again on a 40 with a runner down at first. And it's a 44, a 40, and a 44. And that'll be 1. That'll be out the left field. And Mel Ott's a 2. We'll have to re-roll here. A 36 on a 2 probably keeps him a 2. And it does. And that's going to be a single in the left. And with 2 outs, the runner's going to score, folks. Ken Boyer scores and ties this ball game up. He's not an S runner, so nice job by Enos Slaughter. Mel Ott couldn't get to that ball. It rolls around the yard out there, and that's going to be an RBI single. And this game is tied up as Boyer scores from first. Well, first we got to look at the right thing. That's why he's scoring from first. That's his second. So let's do this again. Batter, single to left, batter takes second on air. And what about the runner? So let's look at this again. Sorry about this, folks. I had this game being tied up. Single to left, batter takes second on air, runner to third. And on air and out trying for home. So how about that? And this game ain't going to let me do that. So we'll have to pick him off. No, he's right. Yeah, so we got a single in the left. We got an error. So a single and an error. Runner will get him down to third. And then I'll have to pick him off. And then give Mel out an assist and Bresna a hand. Put out because it's not going to let me throw him out. I'll try it, but I doubt if it lets me. An E7, runner on first, should be an X3, and the batter should go to second on the air, but I doubt if it's going to let me. But we'll give it a try here. 1B, 7R, 1X3. Let's see what it does here. And it did get him out. So there we go. It did it. Okay. So now you got a runner down at second and 2 outs for Wilson. Can Mr. Wilson come up with this now? Runner down at second here. I thought this game was tied. And that ends the game, folks. What a hell of a game. No, that was the third out, Ken. Yep. I was thinking it was only 2 outs. That ended the game. A play at the plate. Can't get any better than that, folks. Mel Ott bobbles the ball and bails his ass out with the throw home. Ain't that crazy? Hell of a games. Hell of a game. I had myself all messed up in that. Let's look at this box score. One of the best games I've played. I keep saying that. Wild endings, right? It was beautiful. I hate the Giants winning. I was hoping the Cardinals would win. I was wondering how in the hell he scored from first. I was looking at the wrong board. Cardinals out hit the Giants, but lose. Yeah, they are going to be fun to play, Ken. Beating them is going to be great when somebody actually beats them. Cardinals 2 runs, 5 hits in an error. The Giants 3 runs, 3 hits in an error. Red was 1 for 4. Roger Hornsby 1 for 3 with an RBI. Stan the man. Enos Slaughter with that single. Almost got the job done. Cardinals were 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position, left 5 on. And the big boppers for the Giants was old Lindstrom with the 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. Yeah, this is a 3-game series, and I'm going to do the next 2 in a row, Ken. Yep. The next game is going to be Matthews against Doak. Yep. Billy Doak and Christy Mathewson. So should be a damn good game. Like I say, Lindstrom with that 2-run homer. Giants were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, left 3 men on base. Dizzy Dean picks up the loss, goes 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 5, and gave up 2 homers. That was his only problem, was the deep balls. And old Sally goes in, shuts them down, gives the Cardinals a chance to come back there in the 9th. 2 innings, walked 1. Amos Rossi goes 8 innings, picks up the win. 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, and struck out 3. Grissom almost blew it, folks. He picks up the save, gives up a hit, a walk, and of course, Ott's error didn't help, and struck out 1. Yeah, it should be another damn good game, like I say. Yep. Yeah. Let's see here, make sure. They play them on the 19th. Like I say, ignore that Hubble against Cooper. That's not going to be who it is. And then they play them again on the 20th. And I think that's it. I don't think it's a 4-game series. No. Then after that, the Cardinals go home. So, yep, we got a game on the 19th and a game on the 20th. And I'm going to start doing the series since I already got them out. We'll do that next. It'll be the 19th. Like I say, ignore that. It'll be Christy Mathewson against Bill. So I want to thank Ken Castro, Tim D, Aaron Reed, 007. Oh, Aaron Reed wasn't in this one. It was 007 and Big Clue for stopping by the day. And what time is it? Oh, it's only going on 4 o'clock. We'll definitely have another game today. Let's see here whether we'll do another bats game with the Cardinals and the Giants, or let's see what the Braves got in store here in 78. Going for 5 in a row. Oh, you're welcome, Ken, buddy. This is a hell of a project. Oh, you're welcome, Tim D. So you got Phil Necro going up against Barr. That'll probably be the next game on the channel. See if old Necro can get the Braves. The Braves have won 4 in a row. See if the Braves can win 5 in a row here on this 1978 replay. There's Aaron. Yeah, like I say, the Braves have won 4 in a row, going for 5. See if the Braves can pick up their 5th win. They're 6-8. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to get off here. Like I say, the next game on the channel will be the Braves against the Giants and Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and on your way out of New York rather, we're in the Bronx. We're up in the Polo Grounds. You leave a like and leave a comment. Until next time, y'all take care.